Spirit talked to me about this a few days ago, and it's for myself, of course, always, but it is for just many of us out there right now. It goes really deep, I think. Doubt. In specific, though, the thing about doubt is that we have a lot of doubt that is sort of lurking around in the mind, in the subconscious, in the unconscious mind. And the thing about doubt is that it's actually impeding our manifestation. Not only that, but I'm sure you've all experienced this before. We know that we can ask for help from Spirit. We can ask for help specifically from angels, spirit guides, any of the helpful, benevolent beings of Spirit, of the spirit realm. And they absolutely 100% will help us. We have free will, so they can only help us when we ask. They can only assist us because of the law of free will when the door is open for them to. So we ask for help and we don't receive help, is what it feels like. It's not happening. I haven't changed the situation or moved into the manifestation that I wanted, attracted to myself, created what it was that I wanted, was alleviated from the discomfort or, the pain or suffering or lack. So if they are faithful and they absolutely honor free will, then what is happening is we place this invitation out to angels, spirit guides, whomever. And then because of in our subconscious mind or our unconscious mind, basically the culmination of what makes our vibration and what makes our frequencies, two slightly different things. Maybe I'll talk about that in a sec, but let's just say the frequency that we're sending out is actually, it still has in there limiting beliefs or doubt. And therefore, we may say the words, we may actually make the invitation, please, I would like assistance in this matter. But then when we move about, there's actually still lurking in our vibration those limiting beliefs or that doubt. And so that effectively disinvites the help because we are ultimate creators. We have absolute free will, and that is 100% honored. 100%. That's what makes us such powerful creators, is because we can create, anything that we want. And so since we have the law of free will in place, that doubt that's lurking around, or I'm just going to call it doubt, but limiting beliefs it is as well, is impeding that manifestation or that help from, let's say, your wonderful guardian angels who are just conspiring for ways to help you. And so what is doubt actually? What is that doubt? Like I say, we can feel it in there if we're honest with ourselves. If we kind of shine the light inside, we can feel it. And every now and again, it becomes really, we're looking at it glaringly in the face like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have that kind of doubt. And I mean doubt in myself or doubt in the process of the universe. Same deal, because we're not separate from the universe anyway. Well, what it amounts to really is a hitch in your self-love, self-worth. We ask for something, but we don't truly, deeply align with the belief that we deserve it, that we're worthy of it. And so we shut off our ability to receive it. I've heard people, maybe you've said this, we've all maybe said it before, or maybe you've heard someone else say it. When you're in the place of feeling very faithful and understanding just by the nature of what love is, God is love, so what perfect love is. And we know that, when we felt that love, we know that the universe is 100% faithful to all of the laws that are really just ways that perfect love functions. And so when you're in that place, and you may hear someone else say, well, I tried that. I asked for help from my angels. I did set the intention and it didn't happen. And what's interesting there is that it seems like a paradox, because you say to them, well, if it didn't happen, and this doesn't seem helpful at the time, if it didn't happen, it's because you weren't truly aligned with it. Your faith didn't really align to it. And, we don't usually say that if someone is sort of in their place of feeling disappointed and feeling let down by the universe. But that is the truth, because, again, the free will. If we are not in allowance and in receipt and total alignment with it, we are not going to have it in our lives. Jesus said in the sacred text that we call the Bible, ask and you will receive, knock and the door will be opened. And so Jesus said this like it's so simple. Well, you just knock. Yeah, you just knock. And you're like, I'm pounding. But what that means by ask and by knock is that the asking is in an affirmation of receiving it. It's not just asking, it's allowing. It's opening your hands and saying, I will receive it. And to be able to receive from the universe bounty it's actually, when it's something bigger, it actually kind of unseats your comfort. The ego doesn't like change. The ego has resistance to change because it's a protection mechanism. The ego, at its core, is meant to keep us physically alive. And so since the ego's reasoning is pretty limited, but the ego's reasoning is, well, we haven't died yet by all of the things that have happened so far, so let's not rock the boat. And then when that happens, you haven't died yet, but the higher mind knows, but I'm not happy. So you know what I mean? Like, but I want more. But I want to be able to, I want more so that I can give more too. You know what I mean? Like, there are really integral reasons why we have these desires. They're not just self-serving. But to be able to understand, to be able to allow abundance to flow to you, you have to be in complete belief and, like I say, alignment, just identity with the fact that you are abundance, that the universe is abundant. So to be able to trust yourself to be the one who is identified with it, and also trust the fact that the system, the process, the universe, that nature is faithful and is supplying that abundance. So how do we manage this then? Well, as I've said before, it's both an event and a journey. And what I mean by that is that it's very much like a marriage. A marriage, even if you don't feel like you have a perfect marriage or you don't have a marriage, everyone understands the concept of having a marriage or having a partnership that is loving and highly functioning. A loving and highly functioning partnership has both parties serving one another and receiving from one another fully. Otherwise, it becomes imbalanced. And so how do partnerships get formed? Well, they get formed because basically we have the coming together, and then we have the daily, every day, nurturing it. And so this is what we have to do to work on our own limiting beliefs and self-love, basically. And we don't have to go in there all the time and say, oh, where's the bad stuff? We don't have to take a flashlight and say, where's the ugly? We don't have to go about it that way. We can just work on the ways that we actually are, that cultivate self-worth and self-acceptance. And yes, affirmations are an amazing practice for this, because affirmations are, they're actually redesigning your entire mind. They restructure your mind, your thinking, and it effectively does change your beliefs, the beliefs matrix that you have, even the beliefs that you're not aware of, the ones in the unconscious, the subconscious mind. You highlight the beliefs that are the ones that you truly, truly from the higher mind believe. I deserve abundance. I am abundance. I am a creator. I am a powerful creator, and I partner with source energy to make this planet a better place. Anything like that, like don't those feel good? And sometimes when we really imagine the thing that we want and we imagine the having of it, when it's a big thing, don't you get I mean, I know I do. When I've actually had windfalls of opportunity, or, actually material things happen, something kind of big happens, I actually get a little scared. I get like, worried about it. Isn't that weird? It's because it's the last remnants of that self-worth being pushed out, being revealed. The lack of self-worth, I should say. And so the good news is that, so when I say it's an event and it is a journey, we can have these special events, rituals, or different things that we do to reshape and reform our relationship with the self, our relationship with spirit, and then we tend to it daily just like we would a relationship. And so the things that I say we do, it could be a reading, it could be a healing, it could be taking a class, or just having a personal ritual where you make some important intentions. You set some very important intentions and you look deeply into your own heart and unite yourself and with that loving space that's the truth about who you are. And of course, other things like in between, some conscious envisioning where you design the reality that you want to create and charge it full of all kinds of emotions, and then release the details of it because we want to release the specific expectations, because that opens the door to partnership. But our feeling of it, when we feel that those positive emotions and that excitement about it, that's tuning our frequency up. And tuning it up by placing the awareness on those positive beliefs. And when we do that, when we shine the light there, there's no room for those lower beliefs, the ones that are doubting and the ones that are from the lack perspective. And I promise you that you are a powerful creator and that the universe is conspiring for your success, your wellness, your abundance, and your complete self-actualization. You're here because the universe needs you to be fully actualized. When you're fully actualized, you are serving the ecosystem that is the universe. So this is for you. This is unfolding for you. And I want you to see it like that. It is unfolding for you. And if we can stand in expectation of fun, of joy, of surprises that will change our reality. That moment that I described where a windfall of either opportunity or even material material blessings happen, some kind of blessing, or if it's a relationship for you. Imagine having that, really feel that. Design it really big. Have the holographic experience of it. Use your imagination. It is so powerful. So powerful. And see how nuts you can get in your feeling space. See if you can scare yourself a little bit. If you see yourself, having 3 mansions or something like that. Or tomorrow meeting the person of your dreams, whatever it is. Whatever it is that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, what if that happened? What if it happened? And then allow yourself to be in that space. And then, if there's any gap there, love yourself into it. Tell yourself what the perfect parent would tell you. Tell yourself that you are talented. Your heart and your intentions are beautiful. That you deserve it because it connects you to the flow of loving reciprocity. And then that's the reason why you deserve abundance and freedom, is because you'll be activating that vibration even more for the planet, and you'll be giving it back, and you'll be serving others, and this is the cycle that you'll be engaged in. So you can talk yourself into it, but more importantly, feel your way into it. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, how talented you are, how loving you are, and remind yourself that it isn't really about deserving. It's about identifying with the truth of who you are, which is pure love, pure source energy.